Morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, September the 9th, 2019, 7 a.m., and I'm heading to work. Unfortunately, I didn't win the lottery. Well, didn't win in the sense of what I want to win. And it's a bright, sunny morning. Bright again that the foggy windshield will blind me crazy. Shit. I literally don't see nothing. Is just for 800 meters. It doesn't last very long. The moment the windshield gets hot, it goes away. That's the morning too. When the windshield is so cold and the water is so cold and just stay there. Ah, goody. Anyway, just aforementioned that I'm going to start working on the project again. Very, very slowly. I'm in no rush to go anywhere, do anything. Like I mentioned a million times before, like many people ask me very often in private messaging, or they already in my email, they contact me very often. They ask me, why is it that you don't resume this full time? Well, if you would work, if you work 5 days a week on an exhausting job, maybe you wouldn't have the energy to do as much on the weekend. To do as much on the weekend as what you would love to do. Like I said before, I work 6 days a week for a good part of my life, for a good part of my working career, and it's something that I'm seriously beat up of. I'm seriously just tired of working 6 days a week, and working on the project, having to go somewhere else, it's always annoying. Now I got a contract, I have to make a machine, and it's not one of my favorite machines, but it pays well, so it's worth the time and effort. On a good note, this morning I just learned my credit score went up. For me, that's always a good plus, because the closer I get to my goal of reaching a higher credit score, I'll be able to go to the bank, borrow what I need, and have one payment with one bank, instead of having multiple little things everywhere here and there. It's always annoying when you have to spread your payment all over the place and then you end up with half your pay gone in payment. But this is how the world is. We're on a debt-based society where banks buy people's debt to charge them interest, because they know they're going to take forever to pay, and they're never going to stop paying, and it's never going to go away. Just an example, my wife has a credit card payment with one company. She's been paying that same payment for 15 years. She's been paying the minimum every time because she can afford more, but she's been paying the same company for 15 years. If you do the math of all that they took for 15 years, they took 5 times the amount of what she borrowed. She still has like 3 others she needs to pay. So this is how society runs. It's a death-based system, death-based system that makes sure that they anchor you down and make sure that you cannot live freely. You have to work, you have to stay in one place, you have to keep your job. You know, my nephew lives with his dad, and he pays whatever share of the place when he works. But fortunately for him, he has the skill to look for the job properly and sell himself properly. So each time he needs a job, it's a matter of 1 or 2 days before you get a call and get the job. Just like his uncle. Oh, they did a little patching here and there on the stupid road I'm taking every day. So yesterday I stayed home. I have 10.75 hours accumulated. So yesterday I stayed home and rested. I really needed a 3-day weekend because yesterday I slept like 3 times during the day. That's how tired I was. Last week I probably drove 1,200 kilometers in 1 week. I just did an oil change, and I'm already 1/5 of the duration of the oil change. It's on my van here. I'm going to be due very soon. So this week the oil is on special, so I'll buy the oils to make sure I'm not going to run out of oils. I'm not going to pay an extravagant price for my oil. I've been using Pennzoil oil and Fram oil filter for 20 years, and it's one of the most reliable oil. The price is always good. It's always the same thing. It doesn't fail me. It doesn't kill my cars. The one time that I didn't use Pennzoil, it kills the engine of my car, and it was on a turbo engine. So my goal for this winter is I want to buy a SUV. I want to put this one in storage, and I want to buy a SUV. So at one point in space and time, I'm gonna have to start saving money. And I'd like to buy a SUV that has the same size tires as this, so I wouldn't have to buy other tires. I'd buy a SUV that already has winter tires. My choice in mind right now would be either a Mazda CX-9 or CX-7. Something that would be a good year-end project. But usually these kind of ride right now at the price that they range from $2,000 to $5,000. And I don't have extra cash rolling around right now. So this idea might take the sideline for a moment. So today, either 2 things are gonna happen. Either I head to the university and finish the job I started, so they can be paid. Because the moment we finish this job, I finish my job, the earlier they can get paid. And that's like $1 million contract almost. And then after that, I need to start working on my regular job. My boss was asking me if I could work inside, and I said, like, I'll see tomorrow morning when I get in, see how much work I have. If there's nothing on the board, I'm gonna do today and tomorrow, and then Thursday and Friday I could work inside. That would be fine with me. And my human resource agent told me, my coworker, she asked me to put my time, the time that I do, the hours I work. She asked me to put it on do it by hand, which I like better because it's going to be easier for me than stupid punching every time. asking me why I'm doing this all the times. This one's clean right now, but the other one I have, they're all full of dust. It's like you have no idea how much dust and particles your hair captures, and then it ends up at the top of your head. One thing I'd like to mention about time travel is you have no idea what you're heading into until you actually have the machine in your hand. And when it actually works, you can only travel so far before you end up somewhere else. And what I mean by somewhere else is that it's never sure that the machine you made actually time travel, that sometime it can actually project you through space and time to other dimension. And that is one scary concept, that you end up somewhere else. Oh, thanks, eh? This is the main thing, that a lot of people that claim that they time travel, like dimensional travels, they didn't end up in their timeline. They end up somewhere else. Like literally. And you can end up in a dimension where Hitler won and the entire planet is ruled by Nazis, and it's in total decline. And you can end up in a place where human never existed, and so on and so on. You have just no idea how scary time travel is and what it can actually do. For me, I was fortunate enough that when I tried my machine, it didn't do anything dire or very scary. Well, it was scary because I almost died, but it wasn't dire that I ended up being stuck there. It was just a mental projection, multiple shot of mental projection to my future self. But even there, it could have been my future self from another dimension, not necessarily that one. There is no certainty that whatever you build will send you through times. It can't send you anywhere else. So this is why, like, I'm not really fond of that. Unless I would get my hand on a psychic, on somebody that's truly psychic and capable, that they could actually focus the destination of the space and time where I want to go. That would be something else. What happened in the Philadelphia experiment was a complete fluke. They did time travel, like Al Bielek did time travel, but there was no aforementioned that which dimension he traveled to. If it was really our dimension or somewhere else. But if you do manage to build a time travel machine that takes you through time in that specific here dimension, then everything else becomes irrelevant. Nothing really matters anymore, because you can do what you can do, and you can be everywhere. You can do everything, you can be everywhere. The summer went very fast. Yesterday was very mild. It was 24 degrees Celsius. It was very nice yesterday. But in the night it got very cold in the night, during nighttime. So I'm almost at work. I can't wait to see what I'm gonna have to do today. On this note, I wish you guys to have a good day, and I'll make another video soon.